Guys able to get a win. I mean, Waldichuk's throwing really well early, tight game, obviously a triple play in there, just a little bit of everything in this game.
Well, we got it done on the mound is where we got it done, on the mound and on defense, and timely hitting, and you know, it's some really weird plays, like you said, you know, that line drive catch, no catch, but Travis was right on it. He called it a no catch. They confirmed it. Our base runners weren't aware enough to look for him and didn't advance, and it was the craziest triple play. One of the craziest triple plays I've ever seen. They're all crazy, but that one was pretty unique, especially with the one-run game going on. But I just think that our team was pretty mentally tough today, to be quite honest with you. I mean, down 2-0 with Waldichuk kind of dealing, and them just coming together and saying, hey, this isn't over. He's dealing, we're going to fight. And they fouled some pitches off and warmed down a little bit and got him off his fastball. He started going to his breaking ball a little bit more because we started to take away his fastball in about the third, maybe fourth. He was good today. I just felt like we capitalized on some big plays, and there were some big at-bats that we took.
Yeah, you touched on it with the being able to foul some pitches off and get to a better pitch. What kind of went into the approach against him when he was doing so well, especially through the first 5 innings? He had 10 Ks.
Well, yeah, I mean, when he's rolling, I mean, it's just like when any good pitcher's rolling, there's not a lot you can do except for stay mentally tough. I told Chavez after his second strikeout, when he came in, he was pretty upset. I said, hey, you have a chance to get the game-winning hit. Sure enough, he got the game-tying hit. But it's kind of that mentality. You have to stay positive with the team.
And you mean you leave 5 guys, or not leave on base, but have the bases loaded twice in a row. What does it say about Nick Frasso, though, to be able to finish the game off without any extra insurance runs?
Well, Nick's unbelievable, and he's been that way for us for 2 years now. It's a special guy. I mean, he's real. He's got a chance to play for 10, 15 more years. So it says a lot about his mentality too, and not caving. And he started. I think his first inning, he came out and 2-0 to the first hitter and ended up getting out of it. There in the last inning, he was falling behind counts and just didn't cave in. He just kept coming. A lot of fastballs.
Did you know how you wanted to use him coming in this weekend because he's been such a versatile guy for him? You started him last weekend.
Well, I think you know, it's all based on the game score when you're going into a tournament like this, right? So what Cody did for us on Thursday night basically let us use Nick the way we did today, and depending on how the game was going today, and it was tight, so we said if it's tight or we're winning, we're bringing him in past the 6th.
And you guys have such a deep rotation, a deep staff this year, but to be able to use 3 guys and get you to the championship round now, you know, 1 game, potentially 2 games, you have basically your full staff of guys beyond those 3. How valuable is that, and what does it give you the leeway to do tomorrow with your staff?
Well, it's a huge advantage for us based on the fact that somebody else is going to be on their 4th starter, we're going to be on our 3rd, and if it does go to a game 5, they're on 5, we're on 4, and bullpens are going to be worn out by then. So obviously we've used 3 pitchers in 2 games, thanks to both starters getting us deep into the game, and then Nick doing what Nick does. But I think it's a big advantage for us to go in there with the fresh bullpen all the way through and a couple fresh starters.
And how did you feel about Agnew today? I mean, he kind of gets lost in the mix because, you know, he throws 6 innings and 1 earned run.
Yeah, you know what? He seems to have troubles in the first couple innings. I think it's because he's amped up a little bit and his fastball flattens out. As soon as he gets into a groove, he starts sinking his fastball a little bit. So we knew going in, you know, the first 2 innings with him are always, you know, a little bit on edge. And then once he gets going, he can really locate, and that sinker starts to work a little bit better.